Hey everybody, this is T Sharp with Fueled Up TV. We are back here again with Jason Pierce of Hobbit Racing. Today we're going to talk about the essential gear we all need to be motorcycle racers. Jason, how you doing?
Doing well. Good to see
Excellent.
you again.
Well, let's start with our helmets.
All right. Well, we can spend as little as $50 on a used helmet or $1,000 on a brand new one, but
Right.
it really kind of ranges on what protection you want for your head. I like to ride with the Bell Race Star. The components inside actually will twist if you happen to contact the ground and your head turns sideways. It won't mess with your neck. It's designed so that it turns on the internals. So look for something that's going to protect you, not just cover your head to make mom happy when you go out on the track.
Okay, so let's talk about suit protection then, Jason.
Race suits. You can get a nice shiny leather one-piece suit, or you can go with a two-piece style. Regardless of that, you want to make sure you realize your textiles you might be running around with are not going to work on the track. You're also going to want something that is leather and high quality. The quality is determined by, obviously, do your homework and check the reviews, but the stitching is what's very important. Single, double, or triple stitching. Double and triple is going to have, obviously, more performance, and when you hit the ground, stops you from tearing that seam open and making your skin hit the contact, or make contact with the asphalt.
Those textile street clothes, they're just not allowed on the street.
Not allowed.
On the track,
On the track.
rather. So it's not an issue. You have to have a suit. So your only options are a one-piece suit or a two-piece suit.
Leather either way. So you have a one-piece suit or a two-piece suit. A one-piece suit, this is my actual set of leathers, and you can tell because they're worn out and I like to slide on my butt. But this has been crashed in 3 times and it's still ready to rock and roll for several more crashes. So you want to look to see if it's stitched well, if it's single or double or triple stitched. Those will matter if you end up having to crash. You can get a two-piece suit.
You know, this is an Alpine Star two-piece suit, and I don't really recommend this for racing. You can do it, but there's many reasons why you would not want to do it. I bought this myself thinking that, well, I wasn't sure that I wanted to commit to a full one-piece suit. Like, okay, I can wear this on the street. It's a nice idea, but there's a lot of weak spots with two-piece suits. Let's just take a look at the pants here. So if you have on the pants, you've got a zipper seam that connects the jacket. So that's one weak point where the pant and it may separate on the track. You also have zipper and you have a latch. This has already failed for me, even though this is an expensive suit. And there's holes in it. There's stitching that has failed. And on the jacket, I mean, Alpine Star makes great stuff. So
Absolutely.
this is not a critique of Alpine Star. What this really is just an acknowledgement that when you start getting away from a race designated suit, you start getting a lot more stitching and different fabrics involved in it, and that's what you have involved with this suit. All right, Jason, let's talk about gloves.
All right.
So these are my gloves, and these are Alpine Star, and if you can see, these gloves have been down a couple times, and so the protective part of these gloves is the hard TPU, and I think you have TPU on yours as well, right?
Right.
Yeah, so for me personally, that's the big factor, is like how much hard protection does the glove offer? Yes, they're more expensive, but the proof is right here that I've already been down in these gloves, they did their job, and they're still functioning, so great.
The rulebook also states that gauntlet, meaning protecting the wrist, is required for you to be on the track. You also need to make sure you have a high quality back protector. This happens to be a chest and back protector. This one will bend in case of impact, but you want to make sure that it's not something that's just a little piece of cardboard to protect you in case of impact.
Can I take a look at this? What you got here? Oh, I see. Okay, so that's going down the full spine and that articulates a little bit. Okay, gotcha. Okay, very good. So in addition to that, you could choose to upgrade that whole setup with an air vest.
Yes.
Now, this doesn't replace that,
No.
right?
It supplements it.
Exactly.
There are 2 main styles that are being used for air vests. You have the front clasp, front latch, where if you pull it, it'll actually inflate, and the inflator valve is here. You have one that's also for the rear, where it's pulled from the back, and obviously the inflator is going to be on the back part of that. This is going to be more optimal if you'd like to have more maneuverability around the bike. It does have a bigger inflation for the neck and more protection there. I prefer this style. It does get in the way a little bit when I'm trying to go side to side, but this does offer more back and tailbone protection just because it has a larger air bladder inside of it.
Boots, what do you got?
Well, some of us, specifically this gentleman named Miles, like to wear slippers when we ride on a motorcycle.
Those look really
racetrack.
comfortable, though,
They
actually.
look like they used to be very comfortable. You don't want to wear slippers when you're on the track. You don't want to wear just little old shoes. You want to have something that's going to protect you in case of impact. Where's the most likely place you're going to have an injury if you were to have your boot hit the ground?
Oh man, your ankle would just get torn up, right?
Those ankles get
Holy
thrashed.
cow, that would not be good.
So you want to show us an example of what's
Yeah.
going to protect us?
Okay, so this is a high quality boot because it has so much hard TPU on it. For me, when I ride, and I think you have similar boots to this, right?
I have the same pair.
Okay. This kind of boot offers impact protection and it offers a lot of lateral support protection.
Does it take longer to put on?
This particular boot does a little bit. There's some fancy hardware on it, but it's just part of the package, you know.
So it's going to get wet. That's just a fact of living up here in the Northwest. There are different suits that you can use to protect yourself from the weather. This is a suit that kind of looks like a giant leotard, but it keeps you dry, especially when you're trying to focus on cornering. Having all that wet get to you is not fun. There are cheaper alternatives to this.
Yeah, I've got a sample of that. So just a regular old sauna suit. It's not to the quality of this. It might get torn up in a couple races, but it costs $15 and it keeps water from getting inside my boots and down my neck and so on. So that's an option.
Two more very important items to mention. Mouthguard. A lot of people ride with them, some people don't. You want to have a mouthguard in case you end up hitting your chin. You're going to gnash those teeth together, and it's a very common reason for a concussion. So a mouthguard can easily save you from having a concussion. You also need some earplugs. Put these things in your head. They will allow you to block out all the background noise that's going on. Feel free to come by the Shire.
Distracting noises.
Just like he is.
Yeah.
Feel free to come by our Shire and pick up a set of earplugs. We'll have them available for you. Available.
Good deal.
One of the best things about having some quality gear that you can depend on is that if and or when you need to use it, it's there for you.
Right.
It's really easy to think, I wish I would have, when you could have just simply had it to begin with.
Right.
So it might cost you a couple more bucks to begin with, but it pays dividends if you end up putting that gear to the test.
Absolutely. And you know, Jason, from my experience being a beginning racer, having that confidence in my bike, my gear, my mechanics, it really means everything to me, because then I truly can just concentrate on the race. And as a beginning racer, all of us, I need all of my concentration to pull that off.
Right.
So I'm happy to invest in this good gear.
Awesome. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe and like at the bottom, and join our Hobbit Racing fan club at the Hobbit Racing Facebook page and our website.
Great. Thanks a lot, Jason. This is really informative. And look for more videos on Fueled Up TV. We'll see you next time.
All right.